Okay. See, as part of MVC architecture, what will happen whenever user who are trying to access a URL with the localhost colon 8080, this request will go and hit a component called middleware component. It will not directly hit the component called controller. Okay. So can I say middleware is used to receive a request and validate the request to proceed further. Validate the request to proceed further operation. Okay. Do you all understand what is middleware? Say yes or no. Whenever you make a request, for example, you take swiggy.com or you take any flipkart.com. Without logging user identity, will you able to purchase a product? You have to speak.
No.
Will you able to purchase a product without logging in your details?
No.
Why?
First of all, we need account to log in.
After login only now we have all the modules and everything we are able to see. After that only we will
Purchase.
do the anything.
Without login also you can able to see. Why we need to specifically go and do a login?
Because we need to give address.
Because
Yeah,
you need to provide your address
exactly.
and then you need to move forward. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, whenever any website that will be validated in the middleware, whether that particular user login is valid or not. For that, you require middleware. You understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So middleware is used to validate the requested user. Am I right? Whoever trying to log in as a user, I'm going to validate that user. See, here the today agenda is to discuss each layer what I'm going to do.
Okay.
If you understand that in detail, it is very easy for you to move forward. Okay. If you understand each layer, what type of action you are going to perform in the MVC code. Once you understand that, and in your mind, if you fix it that, yes, this is what I'm going to do, that will be more enough. That is the idea behind it. Do you agree all? If you all
Yes.
agree, please say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are the things I'm going to do? Middleware is used to receive a request, validate request to proceed further operation. That is my first point in the middleware. The main purpose of middleware is I am going to receive a request. The moment I receive a request, that request will be validated, whether it is a valid URL or not. For example, you see in the diagram, here I'm using localhost 8080. If I'm giving a localhost 8080 slash user or Narendra, is it a valid URL for this request? Is it a valid URL? This is not a valid URL.
Yes.
Why? Because my URL will be ends with this. Somebody hacker will come and try to use slash user. What will happen? My request should not be processed. My server should not accept that request from the client browser. For that, you need a middleware. Now you all understand what is the purpose, main purpose of a middleware?
Receive the request and validate the
Requested user. And
yes.
then the next topic, see middleware, there are a lot of other topics also. There is a connection. I will explain one by one. Controller. So I say, now middleware is going to give that request to control. For example, I have a product controller. Okay, I have a product controller. I have a user controller. Okay, there are two controllers are available in my project. Product controller will be act as a product module. Product controller will be act as a, it will act as a, it will be act as a product module. Got my point? And this one will act as a, it will also act as a user module. It will also act as a user module. If the URL of this module, what will be there? Can you tell me http://localhost:8080/product. This is your URL. Or you got my point? If I give something like that, HTTP, is it a valid URL or not? You have to tell me. Localhost:8080/inner product. Which URL is valid for a product controller?
First one.
Slash products.
Only the first one is this URL is a valid URL. Why? Because a controller class appended with what? Product. That's what product. That's why we are calling product controller. Got my point? Any controller class appended with a product, prefix with the product, that will be a valid URL. If something other than that, if user is trying to request to the inner product, will that controller is required or not?
Required.
Required. But will it execute?
No.
No,
Why?
No controller.
that API is not available. No? That controller name.
Absolutely. This controller name is not available. Inner product controller name is not available. If it is not available, you cannot able to create. It will not allow you to process. Immediately it will tell the middleware, decide that it will not work. But sir, to get this controller in a controller, the third point is in a controller. Will you all able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no. Everybody.
Sir.
In a controller, we had a action method. We had a action method. Okay. So to map this action method, we need routing in middleware. We need to implement routing concepts in middleware. Now you all understand why do we need a middleware? Middleware will do three concepts. What are all they? First one is getting the request, validate the request, send the request to the controller. If the request is valid, it will pass the request to the controller. Will you all able to see my face?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what will happen? The request, whatever I'm receiving, that request I will get a request from middleware component to controller. Controller will decide that which action method I need to execute. Okay, controller will decide that which action method will be executed. So that is the main reason we go for controller. For that, in middleware, In middleware, we need to implement middleware is used to implement routing concept, routing and map controllers. Got my point? You all got the point? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So what is routing? Why do we need a routing? Practically, you need to understand why do we need a routing. Okay, let's take an example. Somebody from Hyderabad. Okay, somebody from Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, you need to go from Kokatpalli to Madhapur. How many routes you have? 3 to 4 routes are available. One, you can go to Amirpet and then you go to Jubilee Hills and you need to go to Kokatpalli, Madhapur. The other way, there are different routes are available. You can go to KPHP, JNTU. From there, you can go that. What is the best possible route? What is the correct route? That means that when you put a map, there are different routes are there. You are going to select a specific route. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
Are you selecting a specific route or a different route?
Specific
Which
and
is
easy
the
route.
best specific route you required, you are going to select. Similar fashion, in a controller, you will have n number of action methods. In a controller, you will have n number of action methods. Each and every URL mapped with a particular action method. Let's take an example in detail. See, I have a product controller. I have a product controller. Now tell me what are the things I can perform in this product controller. First one is get products or list product. Second one is insert product. Think carefully. Insert product. Third one is update product. Update product. This is most important concept. If you understand this, developing code is nothing. Got my point? So my intention is I want you to understand practically. I have a update product. Fourth point is I had a delete product. Fifth point is get product by ID. Why do I need get product by ID? What are the things these five methods will do? Can anyone explain?
Yeah, list of products, we will get all the list. Suppose based on the list in the table, we have 10 rows. Now we
One
will
second.
get the or you are in me?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The list product will help you to get the list of product from the database. Insert product is nothing but whatever the product you are adding in your interface, user interface, that will go and insert into the database. Update product is nothing but I'm going to modify the product. Delete product means I'm going to delete the product permanently. Okay. Get product by ID is nothing but I'm going to get a particular product with the help of ID. Or you got my point? So this is the reason I'm going to use list product, insert product, update product, delete product, and product by ID. To handle all these things, I need to create a corresponding action method. To handle all these things, I need to create a corresponding action method. Now tell me, what is the action method I need to create? Anyone can tell me what is the action method I want to create in the controller class? Public
Get list product.
action
Action
result.
action result list
list product
This is the one you are going to create in the
controller. Yes.
Or you got my point? So this action method has a route. This is how the action method will be added. This will be called it as a attribute called route. This will be called it as a route attribute. If you give here simply product list. So what is the URL you are going to map for this particular method? Everybody clear? Please understand, this is most important. If you want to get the list of product to the user, you need to create a method in the controller called list product. Everybody clear? Judy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bhargavi, please say yes or no. Pavan?
Yes, sir.
Bhargavi, you are in mute. Sai? Vamsi Krishna?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, fine. What about Sai?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, so what happened is you create an action method in which you are going to create an route attribute. This route attribute is associated with route attribute is tightly coupled with the URL. What is my URL? http://list product. What is my thing? Product list. This is the URL will connect with this particular action method. But how many action methods I have in my class? 5.
4 or 5. Yes, 5.
So again, for insert product, I need to create another action method. How I'm going to create is, I'm taking this one, copy this one, paste it here. I will say insert product. I'm just simply going to change only few things. Route parameter list I'm going to change, and method name I'm going to change. My URL will be changed with this. Now see the difference. In a single product controller, how many methods I have? 2 methods. One method is list product. Another method is insert product. The moment you provide the URL as product list, what will be executed? Which action method will get executed? List product method action executed. The moment I give insert product, which action method is executed? Insert product method is executed. So now you understand, right? In a single controller class, I have a number of action methods. Let's do you through demo. I'm creating a Visual Studio, which we created a sample application yesterday. Are you all able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Visuals. Yes.
Are you all able to see my code?
Yes.
Everybody can confirm me.
Yes, sir.
Omsi, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, here in the Solution Explorer, you see this folder structure. I don't have any controller folder. Do I have any controller folder?
No.
So what I'm going to do, I'm creating a folder called controller. Add new folder. I'm simply saying controllers. Right? In the controllers, right click, I'm going to create a actual controller class. There, in the MVC controller, I'm going to say product controller. Is there any controller you have? Here I'm going to say return string. In the string, I'm going to say product list. But it will not work. Hold on a second. Okay, don't do the like that. Let me put a string here. Okay, simply I'm going to use string. Okay, this will return a string. Now here in the top route, I'm going to use product list. Okay, now same way I'm going to use one more. Here I'm going to say insert product. My index I'm going to change. My name is I'm going to change. My return value is going to be changed. If I run, will it work or not? If I run this, will it work or not work? Anyone can tell me, please?
Will not work.
Why?
We have to register the service of middleware.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Let me show you. I'm running. Let's see. Today's my agenda is to get a brief understanding of controller. That's all. Okay. Controller and middleware. The remaining topic we'll discuss tomorrow. Now I'm running the project. See, here it is showing hello world. Why? Because in the middleware, if you look into here, I'm directly calling this map.get. If you remove this, what will happen? I want to change the browser. You see, requests cannot be processed or refused. The URL will not match. You see here, you will get something like that. What is they saying? No page was not found. I provided the web address, but I never mapped any my controller here. Why? Because if I need to map this controller, I need to register this controller in my middleware. Okay, so where I need to register this middleware, Preeti, can you tell me? Where I need to register the middleware? Preeti, are you there?
In program.cs.
Preeti. In program.cs, under the builder method, here you simply say builder dot services dot add controllers. That's all. You don't need to do anything. If whenever you add this particular stuff, if I create n number of controllers, all the controllers will be registered in the builder method as a service. The line of statement is simple like this. This line of code will register all controllers as a service in the builder method. Service in the which method? Builder object. You got my point? Once you register, what will happen if I create another controller here? Let's take an example, order controller. I'm taking a controller name called order controller. Okay, now I'm taking this controller automatically. How many controllers I created? Everyone can tell me, please. How many controllers I created? Is it one controller or two controller?
Two.
Two. Why do I need to create a two controller? Because one controller will be for a product module. Order controller will be used for a order module. You got my point? There are two different modules. So that I'm going to create two different controllers. Now I'm going to register all the controller in my middleware. Is it the right practice? Go and create every time one by one, or use the add controller method?
Add control, that is the best.
That is the best. If you go to here, you see that there is a definition of this method. Anyone can read this? What they're saying? It's a Microsoft provided. You are not going to do anything. Add service for controllers to the specified Microsoft dependency injection. This method will not register service for views or pages. Only for controller it is going to register. You got my point? So you are not going to worry. It automatically detect how many controllers are created in this folder will automatically taken care. Now I registered this controller. If I run also, it will not work. You see. I just registered, but I never routed. You got my point? First, you are registering your controller. After registering the controller, you need to map the route. Who's that? Okay. Now, to map that controller, we need to use app.use routing. And then app.map controllers. You have to use these two methods. Got it? App.use routing, app.map controllers. Now you say here in the product controller, simply use hyphen. Now if you see that, I'll get product list as my result. What is the answer I got? What is the answer I got? Everybody.
Product list.
Product list.
Everybody.
Action.
Which method got executed? Which
Index.
action method got executed?
Index. Index method.
Index.
This method. Let me prove you. Now you see there is a breakpoint.
Yes.
Now I'm going to use F10, product executed, and it is returning as a response. Hello. சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லுங்க. பேசிருக்குங்க. சொல்லியாச்சு. நான் கொஞ்சம் வெளியே இருக்குங்க. Okay. Now you see product list. Or you got my point? So like that, if I go and use insert product, if you change the URL as insert product, my insert product will get executed. You see here. By default product list, right? Now, if I slash insert product enter, which method is get executed? Everybody.
Insert method.
You need to speak.
Insert.
You need to speak, guys.
Insert product action method.
Okay, now you see here, insert product is executed. Now you understand? I made a small change in my project. What is the code I written? First, I created a product controller class. In that, I created two methods. One is index action method. Another one is insert product. Got it? These are methods. Okay. These are methods. And I had two methods, method 1 and method 2. In this two method, one is for product list, another one is for insert product. Okay. Here, to register, to serve this method in the program.cs file, I registered as a service and I'm using a use routing and I'm using a map controller. Or you got my point? So what happened? Routing will detect the URL, map controller will associate that URL to the action method. Routing is used to detect the incoming URL and store in the memory. Store in the memory. That is my first point. Okay. Now I made the routing. Now coming to the map controller. After detecting the URL with the help of routing, with the help of URL, automatically map the corresponding action methods under the specified controller. Now you all understand? The moment whenever the URL comes in, routing will detect that incoming URL, and map controller, once the URL has been detected, automatically map the corresponding action method. Let me prove you one more. In the order, I'm going to say here, route, simply say order list. Okay. And the string, I'm going to say string, because I want to prove you, right? String. Here I'm going to say ordered list. Right? Now, how many action methods I have in this project? How many action methods I have in this project, guys?
2.
Right. 3.
In this
2
project, 3.
controller.
One is
One
the
from order controller.
Okay.
Now I am going to run this project. If I put order list, which method will get executed?
order.
Index. Yeah.
If I put product list,
Product.
product controller. Now you see the change. Here, I'm going to see order list, enter. Which one is executed? Which
Order.
method is executed?
Index
Order.
method of order controller.
Okay. Now, if I change here, insert, which method is executed?
Product in insert list. Product controller insert per method control.
If I normally run, what will happen?
Product.
Did I made any change in my middleware?
No.
No.
Now you understand? By using 2 statements, 3 statements, I can map all my request and response, what are all the URL coming to the project. This is the concept called controller. Now you all understand what is controller? Very simple way. Okay. You want to go to Kokatpalli to Madhapur. There are 3 different routes with the 3 different bus numbers. What you will do, you will go to bus stand, see a board, which bus will go to which place. There is a bus number. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Each bus number will be treated as an action method.
Okay.
Bus stand will be treated as a controller. Got it?
Yes, sir.
If you go to a bus stand of Kukatpalli, that will be treated as your controller. There are n number of bus routes, bus numbers. Those bus numbers are called as action methods. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
You all agree?
Yes, sir.
Now, whenever somebody go from one place to another place, first what they will do, they will go to Kokatpalli bus stand. That means they identified who is the controller. From there, they are going to identify the action method bus number. Similar fashion, whenever a URL comes in, first it will detect the controller. The moment it detects the controller, it will know that which action method it need to be executed. Are you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Will you forget this concept in future? Everybody? Vamsi, Preeti, Pranit, Pawan,
No.
Judy?
No, sir.
Will you
No.
guys forget this?
No, sir.
How was it? Will you all
Sir, I have a
understand?
doubt.
Yeah, please.
Sir, suppose if I don't use any route attribute for the action method, so if I want to access that method, I should give the controller name / action method name, right?
Not
In the
required.
URL.
Not required. In earlier .NET old frameworks used to do that. Now you don't
Okay.
need. You simply use route.
Suppose if I don't use route, sir, then how can I access this
That
method?
I will come. That I will come. Don't worry. That I will come. Okay. Hello. Sai.
Yes. Yes, sir. Understand.
Who is that? Is there? He's asking some question.
Phone, sir, I am asking.
Yeah, Pavan, I will tell you. Don't worry. That one I never touched it. I will touch you one by one, one by one. Don't worry
Okay, sir.
about it. Okay, definitely I will that. See, basically what we will do is we will create a route here in top of the controller. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Pavan,
Yeah.
in the top of the controller, we'll create a route, and here also we will create a route so that we will detect that the controller. Okay, that is not required right now. First, basic understanding I want everybody to understand. Okay, when you do the project, that time I will definitely teach that.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
I don't want to make you to more complex. I want you guys to understand the basic fundamentals, how things are working. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
this is called controller. Sir, I need to pass a parameter into the controller with the help of URL. How do I do that? For example, sir, I want to pass a string value like this, and that value will be appended.
Plus, you can put the plus.
Dollar before double quotes.
Single quote after.
Yeah, dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
So now, if you pass this as a value to the attribute here, you have to use like this and say dollar. I forget how to do that. Sorry.
I think colon, sir. Colon.
Not colon. It will not work. It will treat it as a value. Action methods. These are all status codes. Yeah. Yes. Insert product slash. Here you are going to give value. Okay. Now you see insert product and then you are passing Narendra something like that. You see here. See, if you go and write insert product, it will not work. Why? Because it expects a parameter, and that parameter is Narendra Babu. Now you see Narendra Babu insert product. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For example, if I'm not passing Narendra Babu, it will not detect the URL. If I pass Narendra Babu, it will detect the URL. That's the beauty. So that you can pass your value, data to the URL. Bhargavi, Judy,
Yes, sir.
Pavan, Pranit, Preeti,
Yes.
Yes,
you all
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how you have to build the controller. There are a lot of logics are there. There are a lot of validations are there. For example, I want to have an integer value colon int. I cannot pass any value as a string. I can specify this value only as an integer. Now you see here, if I give Narendra, it will not work. If I give 10 numeric value, it will work. You see here. You are restricting the data type of your route parameter. Okay, so this is called route parameter. This concept is called as route parameter. Now you see here, insert Narendra Babu. It will not accept. Why? Why it is not accept?
Integer only it is
Anyone
accepted.
can tell me?
You declare
Huh?
that one integer
Because
parameter.
of the constraint.
What are all the value you are getting as a parameter should be of integer. If I give here 121, enter. See, it is working. If I give 5,540, it will work. If I give yes, you are, it will not work. Because the data type of that parameter value always be an integer. Like that, you can have Boolean. Like that, you can have any data type. Or you got my point? So you are defining your route value, route parameter on a specified data type. That is the one of the advantage. So now you all understand as per today's topic, we discussed what is controller, what is action method, what is routing, what is map controller, and how are you going to pass the map the URL with each controller. Now you see, you tell me what is the URL of this? You tell me what is the URL of this? Anyone can tell me?
The root URL.
Actual browser URL for this.
Localhost
HTTP
/
local host / that's all.
That's
Now, what is the URL of insert product? Can anyone tell me? Apart from Sai, Amar, and remaining people, anyone can tell me from the girls? What is the URL of this?
Yeah, insert.
One
You can
second.
mention
Wait.
insert.
Please. Let them talk. Preeti, Judy, Bhargavi.
Insert product.
Insert
Product.
Then
Slash. Give the whatever
100.
the value, dynamic value.
Okay. Now, what is the value you need to, what is the URL you need to define for this particular route?
Yeah, you can make it the order list instead of insert product. Yes.
Done?
Yes, done.
You got the clarity?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Everybody clear with the clarity?
Yes.
Bhargavi,
Yes, sir.
Sai,
Yes, sir.
Judy, Pavan,
Yes.
Yes.
Pranit, Priti, Vamsi Krishna,
Sir.
you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt. We are using the add transist and add singleton. That is you
No,
can
no, no, no,
explain.
no. Don't come into the point. I'll come to that. Don't worry.
Okay. I have a little
Add
bit
track.
confusion that yes.
I will come there. Don't worry. That is my 12th class or 15th class. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay, no problems.
All it will be covered. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
That's all, guys. Those who want videos, I will share videos in another half an hour to 1 hour time. You can go through from the YouTube. Next 5 to 6 classes will be shared in YouTube. Remaining will not shared in YouTube. Okay. Thank you all. Have a break.
Sir, can you share the curriculum, sir, of this course?
First class itself, I explained. You can go through the first class video one.
Okay, I am just asking the PDF format or something.
No, I never prepared anything like that. Probably if you want, I can do it. I will prepare and send you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If you want, I can prepare and send you mostly by day after tomorrow.
Okay,
Come
sir. Thank you.